I woke up with a hangover and a mouth that tasted like regret, but that wasn't the worst part. I rolled over and saw a smear of bright red lipstick on my boyfriend's pillow, a shade I'd never worn in my life. He was in the shower, singing off-key, like nothing was wrong, but I couldn't unsee that crimson stain staring me down. My heart did that thing where it tries to crawl out of your chest, and my brain started piecing together every late-night phone call, every "I'm working late" text, every time he came home smelling like a department store perfume counter. By the time he walked back in with a towel around his waist, I was shaking, part fury, part fear. I didn't wait for coffee or calm. I shoved the pillow in his face and demanded, "Whose is this?" He froze, and for a second, I saw something flicker across his face, something between guilt and relief, which made me want to scream. He sat down, dripping water on the floor, and confessed. Not to sleeping with someone else, but to sneaking around behind my back with secret makeup tutorials and borrowed lipstick, because he said he didn't know how I'd react if he told me he liked wearing it. The lipstick was his. He'd been doing it for months, after I fell asleep, just to see what it felt like to look different. I felt the room tilt, part of me wanted to laugh, or cry, or maybe both. I'd come in swinging, ready for war, only to find out the enemy was a version of the man I thought I knew, hiding in plain sight. He was scared I'd leave, scared I'd call him a liar, scared I'd tell everyone, scared, most of all, that I'd look at him differently now that I knew. In that moment, none of my anger mattered. What mattered was the lie, the sneaking around, the pretending, because it wasn't about another woman, it was about a part of himself he thought he had to kill to keep me. I wish I could say I handled it gracefully, but I didn't. I screamed, I cried, I threw the pillow across the room and slammed the door so hard the mirror rattled. But when I finally came back, hours later, he was sitting there, barefaced and terrified, holding a tube of that same lipstick. We both knew nothing would ever be the same, but for the first time, there was nothing left between us except the raw, ugly truth. And in a way, that was the most shocking betrayal of all, not that he wanted someone else, but that he'd been hiding from himself, and from me, the whole time.